Hi guys, yes, it's me, yet again, out on another wild camp. But this one is a little bit different. It's going to be a cheeky little stealthy camp. So if you want to see how well this goes, keep watching. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Oh yeah, by the way, my name is Darren Ellis, if you don't know that already, aka Wild Camper 1967. So I guess you want to see the video now. So let's play the intro. Here we go. Hi guys, I am out on a little cheeky, stealthy wild camp. If you watched my last video, you would have seen this wood that I pointed out would be an ideal place to do a little crafty hideaway camp. Well, that's where I'm heading. I'm literally going to go to this wood that's very young. Trees aren't very tall. It's not a very secluded area. Dog walkers regularly walk along the path, and I think the farmer go out on a regular basis, because if you look around me now, you might just see all the sheep. There are quite a few sheep all around me. So yeah, the guy goes out on a quad bike checking, keeping an eye on them on a regular basis. So getting into this wood is going to be very, very tricky, especially setting up and not getting seen. Getting into the wood is not too bad, it's just hopping over the gate. It's just the fact that there's probably about a 50% chance I might get seen. But you never know, I might be so good at being very stealth-like that nobody even notices that I'm there. So it was a case of bringing out the OEX Bobcat out of retirement because of the footprint of it. It's small, it's going to be easy and quick to set up and easy to hide, as I've brought out with me a camo net. So fingers crossed, it should literally make me invisible. Well, as invisible as possible. It's quite a large net anyway. I think it's something like 2 meters by 3 meters. So it's going to give me plenty of coverage. So it's a case of testing out whether this is going to work or not. And if you like the idea of me doing stealth camps, well, click that subscribe button and it will literally show me how many people that after watching this video want to see me do more. And I would also like to thank those who have recently subscribed. My numbers, as some of you may know, haven't been really huge, but they've increased a little bit thanks to a few people who've clicked that button. I do appreciate the fact that you want to follow my channel and see what I get up to. So welcome to my channel, all you guys who've recently subscribed, if you're watching this video. And I've looked at the analyst side and I have seen the statistics on there saying that I've also had some American viewers. So thank you guys in America for watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed them, and feel free to click the subscribe button and also hit that notification button as well if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing. And on a good note, it's not too bad weather-wise. It's quite warm. I've got a micro fleece top and a jacket strapped to my back, as you might be able to see there, just in case it gets a bit on the chilly side. I've limited to what I've brought, though it doesn't look like it with the amount I've got on my back. I've not brought a torch. Well, I say I haven't brought a torch. I brought my head torch, but that's it. I haven't brought a torch for the tent, a light. The mat, I haven't brought my Flextail pump, simply because I'm going to use the bag pump that comes with the pad. Because of the noise of the pump as it's whirling away, I thought it'd be best not to bring it. I haven't brought my DAB radio, simply because I want to keep the sound down as best as I can. I've brought my alcohol burner out with me. I've never used it. I've had it for some time. It's just never got used. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of an experiment using that. So fingers crossed, all goes well. And this time, I do believe I haven't forgotten anything. A bit early saying that at the moment, because I haven't set up. So I might be jinxing things. So hopefully I've got my matches in there to do the alcohol burner. I know I've got a lighter in there, but I've got some long barbecue matches I use. I would rather use that on the alcohol burner, but we will see. Hopefully I've got them in my backpack. I didn't bring out my chair or my table. Also, that's been left at home just to reduce weight. And I'm not going to be able to sit out and relax because I want to try to keep out of the way so no one sees me. Basically, I've just brought out what I need, the essentials. I haven't overloaded myself this time. I've left some of my charging equipment at home. To charge the camera up, all I'm going to do is just plug it into the power bank I've got, rather than using the charger point, because I've got one of those boxes that you can stick the 3 batteries in it, it charges them up all at the same time. Oh, I'm out of breath already. I've been wandering now across these fields and I haven't seen any dog walkers, so I might be able to set up quick and easy without getting seen, because the wood I'm heading to, if you can just see it, right there. So I might just be able to get in there without being seen. Normally this place has always got people walking up and down here, either whether it's out rambling or out walking the dogs, but it's really quiet. So that is going to be a huge bonus for me, because that means I can get in there and get sorted. And there it is. That's where I'm going, in that tiny young wood. It is not too bad. It looks quite flat inside and it's not badly overgrown. And going by the way the foliage is now on the trees, there is a good chance I can get in there without being seen once I'm set up. So I'm quite looking forward to this. So keep watching and see how well it goes. Right, I'm in. Yes, look at this. Actually, this is going to be an easy one. So it's not going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought this one was going to be a really tricky camp. But no, I think this is going to be nice and easy. It's a case of now quickly get set up. I'll have to flatten some of all this bits and pieces here, as you can see around me. But they'll soon pick back up and grow. It's a case of I have no choice, sadly, but nature will reclaim the area that I flatten in a very short time, as we all know. The tent is all set up right over there, all hid away. Camera netting over the top. It's only a little bit of it, not as big as I thought it was going to be, but it will do. and I don't think I'm going to be seen anyway, because I've got the coverage of all the branches there and the leaves. So it's not going to be as stealthy as I thought it was going to be. It's basically going to be a normal camp, it seems. There is always a chance I will get discovered being in here, but I haven't seen anyone around, so that's a good sign. It means it's going to be really quiet, apart from the sheep, as you may be able to hear in the background, bleating away. But yeah, it's not going to be as stealthy as I thought it was going to be, in the sense that it's not going to be one of those risky camps. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I thought it would be a bit more open and I'll be seen, but I don't think that anyone's going to see me outside. Right, I'm just going to get organised, get my bag sorted out, and then I'll get back to you and show you what beer I've brought out. And I have brought out, yes, wait for it, I dread to say this, I brought out 2 cans of IPA. I am literally going to try it to see what all these people are raving on about, and why you have to like add IPA beer to your list when you bring it out with all your food. So I will be 100% honest what I think of this beer. I've also got I got Tishki with me as well, and a few of those little cans with rum in it. So if all else fails, I've got that to fall back on if this IPA stuff is totally disgusting. Also, food-wise, I just got loads of bits of snacks to munch on. I had a McDonald's before I come out, so I'm not that hungry really. It's just food just to munch on in the night. If you get a little bit peckish, you know what it's like. You get the little craving for little snacks and that lot now and then. Well, I do. I think I live off junk food basically. But I've lost weight. Yes, I have. I've lost weight. Since doing my new job, I've managed to lose, I think, about 4 kilograms so far. So I'm quite chuffed. So I'm just putting my pegs in a bit deeper. Yeah, so I've lost about 4 kilograms. I'm down to 81.5 kilograms according to our scales. So I'm quite pleased. As long as I can get it down to, I think, 78 I'm meant to be, and then I will start controlling my diet. I think it's because my previous job, because I wasn't that active, that's why I gained a fair bit of weight. But yeah, I'm losing it slowly. Well, that's my drinks for tonight. My Tishki, my rum and coke, and those 2 IPAs I'm going to try. And they're bloody expensive. Those 2 cans cost 5 quid. That's a lot of money for 2 cans, trust me. Breakfast and my snacks. So that's me set up for tonight. So now I'm going to make my way out of this wood, have a walk around to see if you can see the tent from outside the woods. Fingers crossed you can't. While I'm now on the outside of the wood, I'm going to have a wander around and see if the tent is visible. And even knowing where the tent is, it doesn't seem that visible really, not to me. And I know where it is. No point spinning the camera around because you're not going to see it. But I think it is going to be quite stealthy. No, I can just see the dome of it. You won't be able to, because the camera can't zoom in to pinpoint on it. But yeah, this is going to be more of an easier count than I thought it was going to be. You can just see it, and that's because I'm looking for it. Anyone passing by, even here, are not going to see the tent. So that's a good thing. But then it's a bad thing for you guys, because you're not going to watch me end up getting caught. Sorry, it's going to be a bit disappointing for you guys, I reckon. And right there are 2 visitors. That's my neighbours for tonight. Very unsociable. Don't want to say hello. Off they go. See, look at that. Oh, I've scared the neighbours away already. That one I could take home for a pet. It looks cute. Right, I'm going to make my way back into the woods now. I've put the mat in already. I'm using the OEX one, and it went up quicker than I thought it was going to with the bag pump. I didn't want to bring the FlexStar because it makes too much noise. So I was surprised how quick it went up. I thought it was going to take me bloody ages to pump the thing up, but no, it didn't. So I'm now going to go in, set a few more bits and pieces up, and then have a beer. I think I deserve one after all this. So yeah, I'm just getting in there now, all right? And I will catch you guys later. Well, my stealthness must work. I've just had a couple walking the dog, walk straight past on the edge of the fence. That part there is it is a little path. You can see where deer have been walking on it, and they couldn't even see me. So yeah, I think it has worked. So yeah, I've had my first encounter with people walking dogs, going by and not seeing me. So that's a good thing. Obviously, it all works. Okay then, let's get to the gory details now. I'm going to give that a go. It's called the Brewdog Wingman Session IPA, and it says on there, the eagle has landed. It's 4.3%. So yeah, let's give it a go. I'm dreading this. I'm not a big fan of IPAs, as I've said in the past. Can't actually say what it smells like, and I've got to be quiet because there are people walking around. That's why I'm not actually doing lots and lots of talking. Yeah, just, yeah. It just tastes like stinging nettles. You know when you crush up stinging nettles, or you just chop them down and you get that smell? You must have done it. Everyone has stinging nettles in the garden, but when you chop them all down and you get that smell that comes off of them, that's what that tastes like. Seriously, I'm not making it up, honestly. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. Yeah, and I don't know if you can hear them, they're just walking by. So hold on, I have to be a bit more quieter, alright? There you go, I don't know if you can see them, they're in a bit of a distance now. They literally walked a whole circle around this wood. They've got a dog with them, and they haven't even noticed I'm in this wood. So obviously the stealth side has worked. Right, back to this. Yeah, genuinely, it does taste like the smell. If you've ever smelled something and then you've tasted something and it reminds you of that smell, that's what that reminds me of. Stinging nettles, chopped stinging nettles. It's the taste and the smell. Seriously, yeah. I am not a massive fan of IPA, and I'm not just saying that just to prove a point. That is not very nice. It doesn't mean all IPAs taste like this, but every time I've had an IPA, it always leaves a weird taste afterwards. Where this one leaves a weird taste from start to finish. Right, I'm just going to get organised in here at the moment, and then I will get back to you and have a little chat. Thanks for watching so far. That is what I'm using for a stove tonight. Hold on, a few more bits and pieces in here. Bear with me a sec, alright? And I am being a bit quiet, as quiet as I can be. There are occasional people walking on the dogs. So basically, it's the same as a Trangia really. It's identical. The only difference is it hasn't got the Trangia mark stamped on here. The little pot stands. Inside there is my windbreaker sort of thing. So I'm going to give that a go tonight. I've had it, I think it's about a year I've had it, and I've never used it. Well, I'd say I haven't used it. I've used it to do a test, see how long it takes to boil water once. But apart from that, it's been just stuck in the cupboard. And I have invested in another pillow. This is, hold on, bear with me. I think it's a Trichology one. Is it a Trichology one? Yeah, it's a Trichology one. Yeah. It's easy to blow up. I know you should use a pump really, because you're blowing air into it, moisture. It comes out, so you can wash the lining. That's not fully blown up. Little piece band here to stop it slipping off. The reason why I got a different one, I've got the blue one. It's a bit smaller, a little bit more compact. It's like, to be honest, it's probably half the size of that. Yeah. The only problem with it, it slides all over the place. So that's why I decided to go out and buy this one. Well, I say go out, I bought it online. It's almost the same as going out really. But it's not, yeah, no it's not really, is it? But you know what I mean. So I'm going to give that a go tonight. And yes, I'm still not keen on this. I'm going to keep trying it. But I'm not a massive fan. Seriously, I'm not a massive fan. The Highlander bag I spoke about in one of my videos, the camouflage one, turned out, cost me £40 on eBay. It's used, it's not new, but the guy that had it only used it to do the West Highland Way, and he decided, this is what he said, the only reason he's selling it was because he's buying more of a traditional backpack, because he's going into normal everyday backpacking. He wants to go across Europe, so he didn't want a camouflage one. And I can understand that, because I've watched a few videos on YouTube and they do tell you if you're going across Europe or some certain countries not to wear anything that's related to the British Army, because you could make yourself a victim. So yeah, it's common sense really. So yeah, so now I've got that. I've also purchased for woodland camping, this is an MTP, I think it's called, military smock. It's basically a camouflage one, so when I'm doing woodland camp, it's robust, strong, sturdy, and I don't care if I get it dirty or wrecked. And that, I think that only cost me £15 on eBay second hand. So yeah, you can get some good things on eBay. Now, one thing I want to chat about is some certain thing that's popped up on Google. I don't know if you guys have noticed all these news reports that you get popping up, that as soon as you click on Google, especially on your phone, you get all these sky reports and that lot. And one of the things that I've read on there is a bit concerning in one aspect. And it's not just one report, there's been several reports about the government, how they are put out a notice that people should do a stockpile, a survival stockpile of food for 3 days. And this comes from a government official. I can't remember the person's name, but basically they've put online that you should have at least enough water stockpiled for 3 days per person, and canned food, tins of fruit, meat products and that lot in cans, that's going to cover you for 3 days. Now, if this is a genuine report coming out from the government, why have they done this? Is there something that the government's not telling us? Why are they basically saying do a stockpile? Not go out panic buying, but just stock up for at least 3 days emergency. They're putting it down just in case of floods and everything else. Now, the 3 days bit is one thing I find a little bit concerning. And it's not the fact that it's, oh yes, you might not have, you know, there might be a flood, and for 3 days you might not be able to get out and go to the shops. What is concerning is what they tell you if you know anything regards to nuclear war. And Basically, when a nuclear warhead is detonated, a ground one, it sucks up all the dirt and everything else, and it goes up into the atmosphere and then floats down. And it's highly toxic. And if that radioactive soil, the ash, comes in contact with your skin, basically you're 80% dead. It is so highly radioactive. Now, this is where the 3 days part comes in. What you are told in the case of a nuclear strike is to stay indoors for at least 3 days before you even think about going out trying to find help or whatever you're going to do if you survive. And the reason why they say 3 days is because the ash has settled on the ground. Also, the ash becomes less radioactive once it's on the ground. So that's a bit that's I find concerning, that they are saying stockpile for 3 days. Why 3 days? Is it just a coincidence that it is a thing you're told in a nuclear disaster, nuclear war, stay indoors 3 days? So is there something the government is not telling us? And it's not being paranoid, it's just fact, you know. It just seems odd that this is a government official making a report stating this. Has anyone else seen this report pop up on Google? Obviously it's not just on my phone, it's going to be on most people's phone. So look it up, look up the fact that the government are issuing a warning to do a stockpile, and you will see what I mean. And then if you look up, you know, nuclear ash falling from the ground and how long it takes before you should think about venturing outside, you'll find it will tell you 3 days. So I'll leave it down to you to go and do your research. Right, that's enough of the doom and gloom of nuclear disaster and 3 days. Right, back to the more realistic side of things. Excuse me, very gassy. Did think of doing a couple of more stealthy type camps, but it's down to you guys. If I get any subscriptions from doing this sort of stealthy type camp, then I might be persuaded. Come on, see the little hint here of, if you subscribe, I'll do the camp. A little bit of like bribery there. No, but seriously, as you come into the fields here, there's a large wide path. There's loads and loads of trees there, and it's all overgrown with shrubs and everything else. It's right next to the car park, and it's right next to the Methuen Arms Hotel pub, and it gets a lot of foot traffic along there. People walking up and down, whether they're going to the big manor house, walking their dogs, walking out across the fields. And I did have a crafty look as I was on the way here and thought, could I get in there and do a little stealthy camp in there? Possible, but it's down to you guys. You have to let me know what you think. Oh, helicopter going over. The other one is in a wood that I've been, and it's quite low, that helicopter. Can you hear it? Yeah, can't see it, but yeah, it is very low. I'll wait till he goes over, just in case you can't hear me. Right, he's almost gone over. Sorry about that. I could have paused here, but no, I didn't bother. As I was saying, there is this wood between Yarnbrook on the outskirts of Trowbridge and heading towards Westbury. Now, I've been there several times, well, more than several times. I used to go walking there. Now, it's a bit of a spooky wood. And what I mean by spooky is that there's a certain part of the wood that the birds, they do not sing in it. It's a bit like a certain part of Sally in the Woods, that you do not hear birds singing in it. Now, the belief is if you hear birds singing in the wood, it's quite a peaceful area. If birds do not sing in that wood, then there is something bad in the woods. Memories, bad memories, because woods hold memories. You know, the amount of people in battles, because this part of the wood, it used to be part of a huge forest, and there have been lots of battles around here. One of them, as I spoke about in one of my videos about Guthrum and the Viking battles, so you can guarantee that people have died in the woods around that area. You know, they've been injured in battle, they seek refuge, seek a place to hide, to try and heal the wounds, and maybe died in there. Maybe that's what it is. There is a bad memory in that wood. But I've been in there so many times and I've not heard any birds singing in it, and that's during the day. And things like hazelnuts, sorry, and beech nuts, they're all bad. I've never ever picked any in that wood at the right time of the year and never found any healthy ones. They're always bad inside, which makes me wonder, is there some bad element in that wood? Well, I've been there twice at night time, and it's the only way to describe it is that I've never been found welcome. All the woods I've been in, never felt any bad feelings or anything like that. But this wood, yeah, there's something there that tells me not to go into the wood. So I thought, should I do a camp in that wood? It gets a lot of people going in the wood walking their dogs. It's a very popular wood for that, for dog walkers and people rambling. So doing a stealth camp in there means I would have to get in there and set up without being seen by all these people walking. It's just the element of doing a spooky wood camp. But it all depends on, and here comes a bribery bit on my side here, depends how many subscribers I get once you watch this video. If you can convince me by cranking up my subscriptions, then maybe I'll do it. I won't look forward to doing it. Seriously, that wood gives me the creeps. I don't ever feel uncomfortable in woodlands at night time, but that one, I've been there, like I said, twice. And I took my previous partner I'm with now, we went up there for a walk just to show her. And she said she felt uncomfortable. There was, you know, I walked up the path, because there's a big wide path you can walk up. And it was like, no, I'm turning back. There was something saying, don't go any further. And I don't scare easy. And it's not a case of I was scared to go any further. It was just cautious, if that makes sense. So yeah, I am highly tempted to do a camp in there. And I don't mean just do a camp in there to try and get you guys to subscribe, you know, think, yeah, he's doing a ghostly camp and all that crap and everything else. So let's click subscribe there. I mean, doing a camp in there for me, just to see what it would be like. I'll do the camp in there whether I filmed it or not. Filming it is a bit of a bonus, but you know, so yeah, I'm tempted to do that just for my own peace of mind, you know. Whether it is haunted or not, I don't know. They say the same about Silent in the Woods, and I went in there and I didn't feel unwelcome in the woods. I didn't feel creepy or freaked out or anything in the woods. Didn't hear nothing. Didn't see anything in that wood. They reckon that's one of the most haunted woods in Wiltshire. But yeah, no success there of seeing Sally. I do plan on going back to Sally in the Woods and doing a different part to see if it's a case of I was in the wrong part of the wood. But like I said, when I was in there, if you watch my previous videos in the past, I did the Sally in the Woods one, and I did say that the wood was very quiet. It was in the morning I heard a few buzzards, but I didn't see any birds or hear many birds in that wood. and it's the same as this other woods. It's called Clanger Wood, and yeah, I've been in there and in the old part, and I've never heard birds singing in the woods. And I used to go up there with a previous partner because she used to walk a dog run there, and even she noticed the birds don't sing in that wood. And you can see them. You can see the birds. Literally, you go on the outskirts, on the new, what they call the newer part, and I'll explain it in a bit about the newer part. And you see birds flutting around, and you hear them singing. But when you get in the older part, no, you don't see the birds. You don't see them or hear them. They just avoid a certain part of the wood. And why I say the newer part and older part, like I said, it used to be, Clanger Wood used to be a huge forest, and in the 80s it was basically what they classify now as being raped by man. And basically they chopped all the old trees down on one end and planted pine trees, and it made it a commercial area. They destroyed half the wood, I think, for commercial reasons. They were allowed then. But some of the old trees, the oak trees and whatnot, are still there. They're a couple of 100 years old. So the ancient part of the wood hasn't been tampered with, should I say, by humans, apart from modern day trackways and paths for dog walkers and ramblers. But the old part of the wood still exists. It hasn't been altered, is the better word for it. So yeah, it's the original part, and that is the part of the wood that seems to have some sort of negative energy within it. So yeah, if you want me to try to get in there and do a camp, well, let me know, make a comment. I'm quite happy to do it. Well, I say I'm quite happy to do it. I'm not happy to do it, but you know what I mean. I will give it a go. If I run out screaming, you know why. Right, yes, I'm going to crack on and finish off this. It's taking me ages to drink it. And then munch away on a few snacks and relax. So I will come back to you shortly. There you go, another little carving I've just done whilst I've been sat here relaxing, listening to the birds singing. So I'm going to leave that here somewhere. Might prop it up in the tree, I don't know. But it's going to be left here like the one I carved the first time. Well, the little wood carving is now in the tree in front of me, propped up between the V of the branch, and I'm on the second can of this IPA Wingman. Once I get rid of this, I can start on the proper stuff, the Tishki. Yeah, I'm seriously not a big fan. It's not very nice to drink, but hey, I bought it, so I might as well. So yeah, I'll get rid of this one, then I can start on the other stuff, start on the good stuff. You guys who like IPA, you can keep it, okay? You stick with your IPAs. I will carry on with my lagers. I prefer lager to this. I'm not saying I don't like ale, because I do like ale, but yeah, I'm not a great fan of this for some reason. It's just the aftertaste, like I said. It's also become quite quiet around here now. I haven't seen any people walking their dogs or out strolling for about half an hour. The birds are singing away as it's their bedtime, well, as they're coming in to roost. The sheep have gone quiet, so they've buggered off somewhere. I haven't seen any round by the fences. No, I can't see any. So they've shot off all down the bottom somewhere, hiding, unsociable buggers. So yeah, I'm gonna have a peaceful night, I think. I did think it would be a bit more of a risky camp, but no, it's quite a relaxing, easy camp. It's too easy, and it's not quite what you wanted to see, really, is it? You wanted to see a bit of like true stealthy action going on, and I did think it would be a bit more of a riskier camp, but clearly I am so good at hiding in the woods that I've hidden so well that I'm invisible. Well, that's what stealth camping is about. really, isn't it? So yeah, think about what I said about the other camps as well. You know, if you think you would like to see me do some more of these, some of these fruit snack things, want to see me do some stealthy type camping, feel free to leave some comments and let me know what you think. I'm quite happy to do it. Tell me what type of camping, stealthy wise, you think I should give a go. You know, all right, be realistic. I'm not going to go and camp, say, in the middle of Buckingham Palace in the grounds. Bit too far ready to go camping, isn't it, London? But yeah, let me know what you think. Make some comments. Give me some ideas. And if it's realistic and possible, then yeah, I'll give it a go. One thing I do quite fancy the idea of giving a go is the bivvy camping. I practiced in my garden with my tarp, and I've set up, so I'm just chewing on these, set up in the garden a nice sort of tent concealed configuration. I could put a bivvy bag inside it. I still have plenty of room for my backpack and all my bits and pieces. So yeah, I thought about doing something like that. Again, one of those hooped bivvy things, and trying that out. And go from there. You know, instead of sitting in a tent all the time, doing it that way, try other bits and pieces. I've done sleeping on the floor with a basher over the top of me, and that's it, in the past, a long time ago. And then hammock in the woods. But that was about, I guess, excuse me, just swallowing them. Guess that was around about 13, 14 years ago. Might be a bit longer than that. My daughter is almost 22, and I think she was about 9 at the time. So yeah, it was some time ago, because she used to come with me. Yeah, I don't think I could do hammock camping. I'm getting a backache as it is just sitting here. I'm seriously missing my trichology chair. I just thought, being a stealth camp, I'm not going to need it. It's easier just to sit in here and hide away in the tent so no one sees me. But yeah, I am seriously missing my chair. Normally I just sit there, relax, set up the tarp so it's over the top of me in a diamond formation or some other formation, and just relax and watch the sun go down. But today it's sat on the floor in my tent, and it is seriously playing havoc on my back. When I get up, it's like, yeah, massive pain, but hey ho, something I got to live with. Basically, it's the lower part of my spine has no flexibility in it. It's years and years of riding horses apparently, and it compresses down, I think, on the sciatic nerve. So I get a severe pain that shoots across my back and goes down my right leg. And there's not a great deal I can do about it. But it's just something I'll have to live with. But it doesn't stop me from doing things. It's just very painful at times. And when you sat down like this and then you try and move and suddenly get up, it's like someone's just stuck red hot needles in your back, basically. So it's quite a pleasant feeling, really. Not. If you've ever tried being quiet in a small wood, crushing up a can to put in your rubbish bag, you seriously don't believe how loud it can be. I just crushed one of these, the beer can up, the other one of this, the first one, and the noise it made, I did my best trying to be quiet, and I failed big time. I did check, make sure there's no one around first, but yeah, it seemed like it was in huge amount of decibels across this wood. It was definitely not stealth-like. Right, I'm going to now lay back, put my earpods in because I brought them with me, and listen to some music on YouTube, I guess, because I don't have my DAB radio. So yeah, I'm gonna just quietly relax and listen to, I don't know, I'll decide as I go along. It definitely will be 80s because yeah, that's me, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys for now, and then I will get back to you before I decide to call it a night, and just let you know how it goes. Okay, right, so I'm sorry it hasn't been so exciting, and I'm being raided by the farmer and being told to get off his land and that lot. It's been really quiet. So yeah, it's going to be a peaceful night, sorry. So I'm just going to, I would say I was going to just enjoy this and relax, but you know, I am definitely not enjoying it. No, I'm seriously, I do mean it. It's just, I might as well drink it, it's open. And I bought it anyway, and my partner wouldn't drink it. She'll find it disgusting. So yeah, I'm just gonna relax now. So thanks for watching, and don't forget, help my channel to grow by clicking the subscribe button. It's not going to cost a penny. It lets me know that you guys are interested in finding out more about what I do, and it lets me know that I am doing something worthwhile for you guys to watch. Click that notification bell if you want to keep up to date with my next videos as well, because I'm going to do them on a regular basis. It's still going to be end up about once every second week I will do one. I'm not going out camping every single weekend. There are things, like I said in the past, I've got to do at home. I've got to finish off my summer house. It's, I guess, 3/4 finished, but yeah, I've got to crack on with that. Other things need doing as well as doing this. You know, you've got to work out a balance of mixture of doing what you like, such as wild camping, yet YouTubing at the same time, making these videos, and then you've got your normal everyday stuff you do at home. So you've just got to, you know, weigh up the balance and work out which one needs doing, well, which one's a priority, and focus on that. And then when you get time to do other bits and pieces like this, you do it. So any spare time I have, yeah, I'm going to do wild camping. I enjoy it, as you know. Well, most, I think you'd be a bit crazy and a bit sort of like stupid if you didn't enjoy doing it and you kept doing it. I do really enjoy being out doing this camping. I like the peace and quiet, as I've said in the past. It's relaxing. But that's enough waffle, enough rambling going on. I'm just going to finish off that, and then I'm going to relax, like I said. So yeah, cheers for watching, guys, and catch you shortly. Right, it's now 9:30 and I'm losing the light. Sun's gone down, so I'm going to call it a day. It's quiet. I hear sheep in the background now and then. I can hear the pub in the distance with the music blaring out, but because I've only got my torch, head torch, which is what I'm using now, I'm going to call it a day because I can't do any more filming because it's getting a bit too dark. So I will catch you guys in the morning, update you on how well things are, well, have gone, should I say, not how things are going, because it'd be past tense then, wouldn't it? But yeah, I will let you know how well things went in the night, and yeah, update you from that. So sorry it isn't going to be a very long video, and there's not much more I can say or do because I haven't got a lighting system, and the head torch isn't really good enough to give me the light I need so you can see me very well, which may be a good thing, really. I don't know. Right, well, yeah, I'm going to currently listen to some music, so I'm going to say Good night now, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you in the morning. Bye for now.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Look what I woke up to. A little baby deer. I don't know where his mum and dad is. Oh, I'm being quiet because I don't want to scare him. It's the first time I've seen a little deer. Hello. Oh. Where's Mummy and Daddy too? He's quite cold. Well, this is a bit of a surprise to wake up to. It's a nice sunny morning. I had a good night's sleep. Woke up to the sheep bleating away. Found this little one. He's quite thin. He's not scared or anything. I don't know how old he is. I might have to take him somewhere. I think he's lost. I don't know what to do with this little one. He's not hurt or anything. He quite happily let me pick him up, or her up. Might have to see if I can take this little one home with me and phone the RSPCA or someone. I think he's lost his mum. I can't just leave him, I'm not going to. You're going to be on YouTube, my little one. Well, this is a huge bonus of wild camping. It's the first time I've literally been this close to a little deer. Or a little mud jack, whatever it is. Let alone a smooth one. So I'm gonna keep this little one warm. And then once I pack up, carry the little thing with me and take him somewhere. And hopefully he will be alright, or she will be alright. She don't seem panicky or anything, being like this. Yeah, might be a smooth deal. Well, it's 6:15 in the morning. Had a good night's sleep. I don't know if you can see me because I've got my camouflage over me. Yeah, I had a good night's sleep. Woke up once in the night for the call of nature. Very peaceful and quiet night. So it's now a case of making a coffee, starting packing away, and sort out what I'm going to do with this little one. Yeah. Oh, we can sort out what we can do with you. And having to carry this one as well now with my backpack as well. So I can't leave it here. I know some people might say, yes, leave it to nature. His mum might come along. I don't know. It's just, there's a part of me that says, no, take him home, just in case, you know, he doesn't survive. You know, I'm not going to leave it on his own. It's only a little baby. Can't be very old. The thing is, how it got in here. Because there's stock fencing all the way around. So it can't actually get in through the stock fencing. Unless there's a gap somewhere, I have not looked. But yeah, I'm not going to leave it here. Well, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, wake myself up a little bit. Little Bambi is cozy and warm in my sleeping bag. Doesn't seem too bothered about being handled. So yeah, don't know what to do with this little one. I don't want to leave, you know, pack up and leave him here on my own, on his own. So yeah, might be a case of just carrying him or her back. And like I said, phone the RSPCA or a vet up. I did message my son about it because he's into all things like this, and he says sometimes a mum leaves them when they've gone off and they'll call them and they'll come running along. But he's quite cold, or she's quite cold. I've looked around, can't see any deer around here, and I can't see how he got in here, or she, because I don't know what sex it is at the moment, how it's got in, because of all the stock fencing around. So he couldn't have crawled, just wandered in here. Well, it's possible. He's got in here somehow. But where Mum is, I don't know. So yeah, I think it's a case of keep the little one warm. Excuse me. Oh. Yes, keep this little one warm. And work out what I'm going to do. I'll see if I can find any traces of his mum around here. I've looked, had a little wander around and can't find anything on the floor. So don't know whether she's abandoned it. But yeah, he's cute. And he's quite relaxed, but I definitely didn't expect to wake up to find this little baby thing about 1.5 meters, 2 meters from my tent, standing there. And it's not as if I startled anything like the parents, because you would have heard them shoot off. But heard nothing, just opened the zip, and there it was. Well, this is one of the reasons why you need to start doing wild camping. If you don't do it, you never know what you're going to come across. And this is the first time I've come across a little baby deer being right next to my tent. Right, I'm going to light this Trangia thing up. Well, Trangia copy. And I know I said about, I don't think I've forgotten anything. Yes, I did. I forgot my spoon. Yeah, so I got porridge with me, and I completely and utterly forgot the spoon. So, yep, I won't be having my little porridge thing that I brought with me. So yeah, that's got to come back with me. That, I bought one of them. Well, I won't be eating it because I don't have a spoon to whisk it all up once it's cooked. Well, heat it up with hot water. So hey ho, one of these things. I've got a few bits of snacks, so soaring bar things. So well, that'll do me. So it's a case of now just sticking my water on and having a nice cup of coffee to wake me up, because I'm still half asleep. And I spilt some of the fluid on the outside of my Triam little burner, and it's burning around the outside. So it's a case now of deciding what I'm going to do for my next camp. So
yeah, it's like I said last night, it's down to you guys. If you want to add some comments, some suggestions, do you want to see me do a more stealthier camp? Because this one has turned out to be basic. It's just a standard camp, really. So would you like to see a bit of a stealth camp, or a bit of a spooky sort of camp in that what I spoke about? Now, if you add some comments and come up with some ideas, and I will see what I can do. And a bonus of going to McDonald's. A little sticks to stir my coffee with. Yeah, normally I just use a packet. It's just scrunch a packet up and then stir it with that. But whilst I was in McDonald's, I thought I'll grab a few of them. Why? I don't know. I guess they were free. That's the only reason I can come up with. At the end of the day, you don't need them to stir your coffee. It's just, they were there and I thought, well, I'll grab a few, bring them with me on camping. Well, the little one's warmed up a bit more and he's got his head. You can just see his ears here. Hang on, let me grab the camera up. He's got his head rest on my leg. Totally relaxed. He's more lively now. He's not bothered about being here. So, yeah. We'll see later on in a bit, because if he's lively enough to go off on his own, I might let him go. But for now, I'm going to keep him nice and warm, wrapped up. If he wants to get up and go, he can go. He's not being kept, as in forced to stay there. He's just moved around, got up, and rested his head on my leg. Obviously he likes the attention. He likes being smoothed. Right, I'm going to get my water in my cup, because it's almost boiled now, so I can get a nice fresh cup of coffee. Oh, you're lying back down there now, are you, little one? Right, so I'll get back to you in a minute. I got my nice cappuccino now. Help me wake up. And then better start planning on packing stuff away so I can leave reasonably early. This is the earliest I've got up when doing a wild camp. I think if it wasn't for this little one, I would have probably laid back down and had another hour's sleep, maybe a couple of hours sleep. But because of this little one here, I've ended up staying awake. He's very alert. He's listening to the sheep bleating away and just looking about. He's not injured or anything. He's just relaxed in my sleeping bag, all curled up. Well, I don't know what that creepy crawl is behind me is. Right, okay, I'm gonna fling it outside. Oh, little one's here standing up now. So yeah, he might be okay to go on his own. I'm not gonna force him to stay with me, or her. If he wants to go, she wants to go, then yeah, you can go, can't you, little one, hey? Go see if you can find mum. Yeah. Hello. You're a little cute one, aren't you? Hey? As you can see, my little friend here is just having a little nose outside. Not doing a great deal, are you? Not showing any sign of rushing off. Well, yeah. Hey?
He got up, wants to nose out there. Well, this is going to be one memorable camp. Having a little visitor. Unbelievable. Doesn't seem to be scared or anything of me. Not worried. Probably the first human contact this it once had. Yeah, he just stood up. Now he's just standing by me. Resting his head on my arm just now. But I'm not stopping him from going. He's got a gap here he can go. Or she can go. It's not as if it's being held. We can just run off any time it wants. But it's quite happy to stay in the tent with me. So I'm going to have to decide what I'm going to do, whether to take him with me once I've packed up, or just leave him here, or her here. It's just because it's so young, I don't know whether it'll survive on its own. And I know people will say, yes, but you should leave things like this and let nature deal with it. But come on, look at it. Could you leave this little thing on its own without its parents and let nature take its course? Anything can happen to it. Foxes could get it. It could just perish because it's cold and got nothing to look after it. And yes, I know that's nature, that's life. But come on, look at that face, look at it. Would you leave it in the woods on its own if you found it? I was hoping I could see Mum around, but no, I haven't seen any deer around here other than this little one. Well, first lot of dog walkers have passed by and totally didn't notice I was here. So I'm obviously well and truly camouflaged in here, especially with the netting over the top. And to be honest, even if I didn't have the netting over the top of the tent, would you notice? Unless you're looking directly in this wood, you're not going to see me anyway. Unless you're, looking out for things in here, yeah, you wouldn't see me. As you can see, my little friend here isn't too fussed about leaving. He's quite happy standing around, looking outside. Oh yeah, eh? I'm quite happy just looking around out there. He's not panicky or anything like that. He's quite safe. He's awake and alert. He's not very old. As you can see, he's not being held by his, against his own will. He can go out there anytime he wants. But he doesn't seem to be too fussed. So we'll see, won't we, eh, little one? What happens? Whether you want to go or whether I've got to take you back with me. It's only about a 2-mile walk anyway. And he's not very heavy. So if I have to take him back, I'll just wrap him up in my coat. Wouldn't it, Chich, eh? But yeah, he is cute. You've got to admit that. See now, this little one is worth some subscriptions, isn't it? Oh, he's off. There he goes. And he's off. I will keep an eye on him, where he's going, and see what happens. Well, he's wandered off, and he's curled up and led out here by the tree, not far from the fence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave him there, and
once I've packed up, if the little one's still there, then I might pick him up and just take him, phone up the RSPCA or my local vet and see what they say. Because the RSPCA and the vets will know what to do or who to contact. There's bound to be people that take in little animals like this because they're lost. But yeah, he's curled up by the tree, so I'm going to leave him peace and quiet for now. And like I said, if he's still there when I'm packed up and ready to leave, then yeah, I'll take him with me. I know I shouldn't, not really. I should just leave him and let nature take its course. But like I said, he's cute. And yes, I know it's a wild animal. But come on. You'd have to be heartless to not care whether it lived or not. And I do like little things like that. I think I prefer animals more than people. At least you know where you stand with these animals. People, well, you don't, do you? So yeah, that's why I prefer animals, I think. I guess it's now a case of just getting organised and start packing stuff away. I'm not normally up this early in the morning when I do a wild camp, but as I said, woke up for a call of nature and saw the little cute thing standing by the tent. So yeah, otherwise I would have still been asleep. But yeah, it's now getting organised and just sorting things out. Make my way home, an early stroll across the fields. Got about a couple of mile walk, so it's not that far away from here. And then it's plan my next camp, as I said, and get your input as well on what you think or what you would like to see. And hold on, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. He's still in the tree, my little carving. Right now. that's what I'm going to leave it to. I'm going to just leave it up there, see if anyone finds it, if anyone else comes in here. And it probably will be now my trademark. Every time I do a wild camp, if I'm in the woods, do a little carving and leave it. Just so somebody will find it and, well, God knows what will go through their mind when they find something like that carved and stuck in a tree. But hey ho. So I'm going to sit down and relax for a while and drink my coffee and listen to the sheep bleating away. Noisy buggers they are. They're all around the edge of this wood. So I don't know if you can hear them. You can hear the little lambs bleating out. It's chilly as well this morning, so I might need my jacket on after all. I thought it'd be nice and warm. So it's a case of now getting back in the tent then and relaxing for a little while. And I definitely miss having my trichology chair. Got used to having it with me now. That's a problem. It's normally attached to my bag. And I thought better not bring it this time. But yeah, I'm seriously going to have to bring out my trichology chair every time I go camping. Sitting in just a tent like that was really uncomfortable. Sitting on the ground. Well, sitting on my mats, obviously. But it did play havoc on my back at one stage. Excuse me. So yeah, it's a case of bringing the trichology chair, full stop. No compromise there on that one. I'm going to have to. I need that luxury. I'm getting old. Well, feel it. Sometimes I do. Right, that's it then. I will get back to you guys shortly once I'm all packed away and making my way back. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video so far. That's me all packed up and done. And I'm now going to make my way home. It's a really nice sunny day, really peaceful. The little fawns run off, so he or she clearly doesn't have any issue with walking or anything like that. So it's a case of let nature take its course. It may have came through the stock fencing, which is, hang on, spin you around, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know how it got through, but it did. But now it's on its way wherever it's gone to. Everything's packed up, and if you see on my backpack, rubbish is there, so it's a case of leave no trace. As always, one of the golden rules that every wild camper should follow. When it's not even just wild camping, if you just do any type of camping, you should leave no trace. You know, don't leave your rubbish around for other people to pick up. You know, it's disrespectful. It's not only disrespectful to the people who are doing wild camping, you know, it's disrespectful to the landowner, hikers, and to the wildlife around that live in that area. So take your rubbish home. It's not a hard task. Stick it in a carrier bag like I've done, crush up your cans, beer cans and things, stick it in there, job done, and then chuck it in the bin. In regards to the beer, I only drank those 2 horrible IPAs. Seriously, they were horrible. You might like IPAs, I don't know, but I don't. And I drank 1 Tishki, and that's it. All the rest are in the bottom of my backpack. So didn't drink a great deal. I was just relaxing, listening to the music on my phone. Well, some might call it music, some might call it noise. It was the Sex Pistols I was listening to. Never mind the bollocks, their album. But apart from that, I just chilled out and relaxed. It's what you do when you do this type of camping, and it was really enjoyable as well, even though I didn't have my seat that I needed. Well, I'll have to bring it next time. One of the things I'm going to do also is, on my way back, when I get to the area that I spoke about doing the staff camp, near in this little overgrown area with a few trees and that lot and shrubs by the hotel, I will show you what I mean about it positioning, and it's down to you guys. Let me know what you think. Should I do it or not? I'm quite happy to. As long as I can find a quiet spot in there, I will get in there and do it. It's, well, I don't know if it's entertaining for you guys to watch, but it's just one of these things. It's a bit of a challenge, really, testing yourself on wild camping. And it's not doing it just to get you guys to subscribe. It's just doing it for a laugh. It's a bit of fun. Right, okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get off the camera until we get to that spot, and then I will show you where I mean, and any comments you may have when you see the area I'm talking about, feel free to drop them. Let me know whether you think it's a good idea or a bit stupid. I don't know. Right, that's it then. Waffling on now. I'm still sort of half asleep in a way. Getting up too early in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. Well, it was about 6:15 actually. It was 6:30 the time I got out of the tent. So, right, I'll leave you for now until I get to that point, and then I will update you on this area. So, cheers for watching. Don't forget, thumbs up if you like the video. Come on, the baby fawn, the little deer, that is at least worth a thumbs up. Yeah. And if you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. You know, like I say, it's not going to cost you anything. It's free of charge. It's just basically hitting that button, you know, that little red button. and subscribe. You know, there's no commitment to my channel. You don't have to do anything. You just don't even have to watch them if you don't want to. Just help my channel grow by hitting that subscribe button. And if you want to follow the channel, find out when my videos are coming out, hit the notification button. It's all down to you guys. It's, you know, it's your choice, but your help at getting my channel growing does sort of, it lets me know that you people who watch all these wild camping videos are interested in what I'm doing, and that does, you know, mean quite a bit. The fact that I'm doing something that you want to watch, and it's not an ego thing. It's just the fact that it's nice to know that I'm sharing with you guys what I do, because you're interested in what I'm up to. So that's it, enough waffle. I'm getting off this camera. I'm going to make my way to where I need to be, and then I'll come back and show you. So cheers guys. Look at that for an amazing view. I thought I'd just add this to the video. That's a huge house, and then with the sun hitting all that stonework, yes, it's a spectacular building. So I thought I'd just come back on and show you that. That is the big house in Corsham. That's the house there that has all the peacocks that roam around the town. I think the last count, this was about 2 years ago, was 26 or 28 peacocks, and they just roam around the town, go into people's gardens and all that lot. Basically they have the free roam of Corsham. Right, this is the area that I was talking about. That end up there leads up to that huge house. But what it is, you've got a car park and buildings all along here, and there is this little wooded area here that is very dense and quite thick, but you get a lot of people coming through here, tourists, especially during certain times of the day, and people obviously walking across the fields. So there is a little pathway, and I will show you, that takes you to the car park, which maybe I could get away with doing a stealth camp in there, because if you look, it's sort of a stealth camp. It's sort of between a safe camp and a stealth camp, because you are very, very buried in that wood, that shrubbed area, but at the same time you are in an area that has a lot of foot traffic come through with people on a regular basis, and there are little pathways in there, so people do obviously walk around in that wood. So it could be an idea for a staff camp, and I am going to walk down to the path heading towards the car park, which leads to the Refuge in Arms pub hotel, and you'll see what I mean. As you can see around me, it's quite a bit of a built up shrub area. This is what I mean. If you look behind me, and right here is the car park, so maybe worth giving it a go. What do you think? Let me know in some comments on whether you think should I do a stealth camp right here. Well, that's the end of this video then now, because it's now a case of just going out on the road and making my way home. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, well, at least give the deer a thumbs up, okay? And keep an eye on my channel, hit the subscribe button, whack the notification bell, and keep up to date with my latest videos. So that's it then for now. This camp is over, so it's basically play the end credits. Cheers for watching.